Is the Laver Cup already losing its magic? Think back to 2022. Roger Federer's farewell. That unforgettable night where he sat on the bench with Rafael Nadal, both men breaking down in tears, holding hands while the world watched. That moment didn't just belong to tennis, it belonged to sports history. The Laver Cup was never bigger. The arena was sold out, the world's media tuned in, and it felt like this exhibition had turned into something way bigger than organizers ever dreamed of. But here's the uncomfortable question. Without Federer, without Nadal, without the legends who gave this event its soul, does anyone really care anymore? The Laver Cup was launched in 2017 with one big idea: bring the Ryder Cup spirit into tennis. Team Europe versus Team World, the best players of the season playing together instead of against each other. Federer himself co-founded the event with his management company, and it carried his fingerprints all over it: sleek branding, star-studded lineups, and of course the promise of Roger Federer playing in September every year. And in the beginning, it worked. Tickets sold out instantly, players seemed invested, Team Europe dominated year after year, and then came the Federer farewell, the emotional peak. But since that night, the narrative has changed. Nadal pulled out in 2024 to protect his body. Federer retired, obviously. Djokovic hasn't been a regular presence. Murray never bought in. And without the big three energy, the cracks are starting to show. Players skip the event, the scheduling clashes with Davis Cup. Critics call it a glorified exhibition. So today we're asking, is the Laver Cup dying without Federer and Nadal, or is this event stronger than we think? A permanent fixture in tennis's new era. Let's set the stage. The Laver Cup was first played in Prague 2017. The format: 6 players on each team, Team Europe versus Team World. Matches worth 1 point on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. First team to 13 points wins. Simple but effective. Every match feels like it matters. What set the Laver Cup apart wasn't just the matches, it was the energy. The black court, the lights, the dramatic intros. It looked more like the NBA All-Star game than a tennis tournament. And fans loved it. More importantly, the players seemed to love it, at least at first. Federer and Nadal famously teamed up for doubles in 2017, a dream pairing fans thought they'd never see. Djokovic joined in 2018, hitting around with Federer in practice sessions that went viral. The big three made it feel legit. Commercially, the cup has been strong. Since its launch, sessions have repeatedly sold out. The event has attracted sponsors, broadcasters, and global attention. For Federer's farewell in London 2022, ticket resale prices reached thousands of dollars. For an exhibition-style event, those numbers were insane. But here's the thing. The event has always leaned heavily on Federer's aura. He was the co-creator, he was the constant presence. And of course, he was the reason millions of fans bought tickets. Even Nadal admitted he played the event in large part to be there with Roger. Now Federer's retired. Nadal's body is breaking down. Djokovic has bigger goals, chasing slams, Olympic medals, and suddenly the Laver Cup doesn't feel like a must-play. In 2024, Nadal pulled out with an injury. In 2025, multiple top names skipped because of scheduling conflicts with Davis Cup. Players openly complained that it falls in the wrong part of the season. And while arenas still fill up, the vibe has shifted. More fans are asking, if the stars don't take it seriously, why should we? The turning point came right after Federer's farewell. That moment was so big, so emotional, that it set a standard the cup simply couldn't live up to again. Federer crying, Nadal crying, Djokovic, Murray, legends of the sport, all united in one of the most powerful images tennis has ever produced. But what happens after the climax? The event needed a new story, and it hasn't really found one. Instead, controversy has taken over, Nadal pulling out in 2024, other players skipping, and then the constant criticism, is this just an exhibition? John McEnroe, who captains Team World, has had to defend the event against these criticisms. Organizers argue that fans love it. that it's sold out every year. And that's true, but the perception has shifted. Reddit threads, Twitter debates, tennis forums, fans are split. Some say it's a fun, unique spectacle that tennis desperately needs, others call it a money grab, and the absence of Nadal and Federer only makes those criticisms louder. Because, let's be honest, when Federer and Nadal were on court together, nobody cared if it was an exhibition. The emotions made it real. Now, without them, fans start asking harder questions. Is the Laver Cup sustainable as a sporting event? Or is it just Federer's pet project that peaked the night he retired? Let's break this down logically. Point 1, commercial success. The cup still sells out. That matters. Sports events live and die on attendance, a sponsorship, and TV deals. So financially, it's not dying, not yet. Point 2, scheduling. This is the real problem. The Laver Cup sits right after the US Open in the same window as Davis Cup. Players are exhausted, injured, or already planning their off-season. That's why we see withdrawals. Unless the calendar changes, this will always be a headache. So point 3, star power. Without Federer and Nadal, the cup needs new heroes. Can Alcaraz and Sinner carry it? Maybe. But do they have the same global pull yet? Not quite. Point 4, optics. This is where things get tricky. Federer's farewell made the cup look like the beating heart of tennis. Every year since then, it's looked a little more like what it really is, a fun, well-produced exhibition. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it has to find its place. And here's the kicker, maybe that's okay. Not every tennis event needs to be a Grand Slam. Maybe the Laver Cup's role is to entertain, to bring personalities together, to give fans dream doubles matchups. If we judge it by those standards, maybe it's thriving, not dying. So here's where I stand. The Laver Cup isn't dying, but it is changing. It will never again feel like 2022. It will never again give us Federer and Nadal crying together. That moment was once in a lifetime. And expecting the cup to live up to that standard forever is unfair. But here's the problem. The event hasn't clearly defined what it wants to be. Is it a serious competition that matters for legacy, or is it a flashy exhibition that's just fun? Right now, it's caught in between, and that confusion makes fans question it. If I'm being blunt, the cup needs Alcaraz, Sinner, and other young stars to buy in. Not just once, but consistently. It needs those players to treat it as a badge of honor, not a paycheck. Without that, it risks fading into a novelty. And maybe this is controversial, but I'll say it. The cup should lean into the exhibition side, embrace the entertainment, market it as tennis's all-star weekend. Give fans mic'd up players, crazy doubles matchups, behind the scenes access. Stop pretending it's the Davis Cup. It's not. It never will be. And that's okay. So, what do we think? Without Federer, or without Nadal, without the legends who gave it magic? Is the Laver Cup already dying, or is it just evolving? And do you believe Alcaraz and Sinner can carry the torch? Do you think this event has a long-term future, or was it always destined to peak the night Federer walked away in London? Drop your take in the comments. This debate isn't just about one event. It's about how tennis adapts to the post-Federer, post-Nadal era. And honestly, that debate is just getting started.